Welcome to ACF, the online platform for GATE Agriculture Engineering. And this is all about me. Friends, coming to the most important portion, here the disc harrow. Friends, many times questions has been asked upon the disc harrow. So I will suggest you all to read this topic very carefully. And this year also friends, in 2020, a very simple question asked upon the disc harrow and that is of 2 marks. So बहुत ही सिंपल क्वेश्चन था और वो 2 मार्क्स का था. I will show you the question in my further slides. But you can, if you know the basics, then I will give you the 100% guarantee you are able to solve the question. And it is very easy question, nothing big about that. So you should get the brief intro of disc harrow. Friends, first of all, you remember these figures. Means what are the diagrams of disc harrow? Because single acting disc harrow has 2 gangs. Friends, these are called gangs. Means you have heard about different types of gangs are present, but here also we are using the term gangs. Here friends, the gangs are simply the shaft like a structure on which our discs are present. Friends, the gangs are the common axis on which the several plates are present. Here friends, you can see that single acting disc harrow. I will zoom it. You see here, in case of single acting disc harrow, there are 2 gangs are present. You can see here it is in the shape of V shape. Means it is making the V shape, and for making the V shape friends, there are two axes are needed. Means V is made up of 2 axes, 2 hands like axes. So here you can clearly understand that for making the single acting disc harrow, 2 gangs are present. Means 2 axes are present. Gangs are simply the axes. So I will suggest you all to clearly understand what is the gangs. And friends, you can see that in tandem disc harrow there are 4 gangs are present. Means 4 axes are present. And in case of right hand offset disc harrow, there are 2 gangs are present. Means 2 axes are present. So friends, आपको ये तीनों चीजें याद रखनी है, तीनों टाइप के disc harrow. Because anytime they can ask question, they can frame question upon any disc harrow. And friends, disc harrow is different from the disc plow. You don't be confused between the disc harrow and disc plow. Because in disc harrow there is nothing tilt angle, no disc angle. Means these things are not present. And there are many plates are present on a common axis. And the next difference is it is used for secondary tillage operation, and disc plow is mostly used for, mostly means we can't say that it can't be used for secondary tillage operation, but it is 90% is used for the primary tillage operation, but the disc harrow is used for secondary tillage operation. And it has lighter wheels and have several wheels than disc plow. And in disc harrow friends, gangs are arranged in different configuration. You can see that single acting, tandem type, right hand offset type. Friends, here it is saying that right hand offset type. It can be left hand offset type also. When you reverse the direction, here you can see that the right hand offset type is in the direction of right hand, but when the gangs are present in the direction of left hand, then it is going to be the left hand offset type. Now friends, you see here the free body diagram of disc harrow. It is very important friends. If you are able to analyze the forces acting on disc harrow, then only you are able to solve the questions. Friends, here Fr is the soil reaction force acting on the right gang, and Fl is the soil reaction force acting on the left gang. And friends, here you can see that these both the forces are acting at some angle, and that is called gang angle. Friends, gang angle is the angle which is made between the axis of both the gangs. Means gangs के बीच, axis के बीच जो हमारा angle बनता है उसे अपन gang angle बोलते हैं. And you can clearly understand here P is the pull. Means P I have represented in the vertical direction, that is our pull. And you can clearly understand here that The free body diagram of both these forces, you can see here, the free body diagram of both these forces are drawn and the components are broken. That is, Fr sin alpha is going to balance the Fl sin alpha, and Fr cos alpha plus Fl cos alpha are in same direction, means in the downward direction, but pull is in the upward direction, means whatever the pull we are needed for moving the disc harrow is equal to the summation of Fr cos alpha plus Fl sin alpha. मीन्स हमारा जो सॉइल रिएक्शन फोर्स होगा जो हमारा गैंग्स पे एक्ट करता है उसका कॉस कंपोनेंट दोनों के समेशन के बराबर हमारा पुल होता है. एंड फ्रेंड्स, these both gangs, you can see here, all these gangs are symmetrical, means these gangs are always symmetrical and equal. Their geometry is same, number of discs present is same, length of axis is same, means everything is same in both these gangs. So the Fr sin alpha is equal to Fl sin alpha, means Fr sin alpha and Fl sin alpha is going to be cancel out, means both are symmetrical and the alpha angle is the gang angle which is making with both these axes, and Fr and Fl are equal. So that's why there is no net resultant force in the horizontal direction. आपको ये अच्छे से समझना है कि हॉरिजॉन्टल डायरेक्शन में रिजल्टेंट फोर्स जीरो होता है. केवल एंड केवल जो वर्टिकल में मींस Fr cos alpha plus Fl cos alpha है, we have to consider these both forces only, and the summation of these both forces are equal to our pull forces, means how much pull force we require is equal to the summation of both Fr cos alpha and Fl sin alpha, Fl cos alpha, sorry. You can see here, friends, there is no side draft, means Fr sin alpha is equal to Fl sin alpha. You can clearly see from here, Fr sin alpha is equal to Fl sin alpha. In the horizontal direction, both these forces are going to balance each other. So total pull P is equal to Fr cos alpha plus Fl cos alpha. You can also see here, Fr cos alpha plus Fl cos alpha, and is acting in downward direction, and pull P is acting in upward direction. So our pull is summation of both these forces. Now friends, you see here, it is very important to remember this diagram and remember this formula. The formula is going to be derived from here. You should, at least you should remember this diagram. If you are able to remember this diagram, then you are able to solve the questions. Friends, there are different types of forces acting on the disc harrow. Means on the front gang of disc harrow and the rear gang of disc harrow. On both these axes, the forces are acting and are in horizontal direction and vertical direction. Here you can see that I have represented the LF. First thing you should see is the hitch point. Friends, here you can see the hitch point. Hitch point I have marked here. Around with respect to hitch point only, friends, we are considering all the distances, whatever the distances and whatever the torque balance or moment balance we are going to do with the disc harrow, that all are with respect to our hitch point. So आपको पहले hitch point को समझना है, and I think all of you know that hitch point is nothing but the point of connection of implement with the tractor or power operating system. So this is all about the hitch point. So you see the hitch point at the top. Now friends, you see the LF and LR. Friends, LF is simply the vertical force acting on the front axis of the disc harrow, and LR is the vertical force acting on the rear axis of disc harrow. And friends, the distance between the hitch point and LF and LR are same here. You can clearly see from the diagram. The distance I have considered, because both these forces are acting in the vertical direction, means vertical downward direction. So the horizontal distance between the hitch point F2 and the LR and LF values are same, means there is no difference. But friends, here you can see the next forces, horizontal forces, that is SF and SR. Friends, SF is nothing but the horizontal force acting on the front axis, and SR is the horizontal force acting on the rear axis. So friends, the distance between the horizontal force acting on the front axis is less than the distance between the horizontal force acting on the rear axis. I will show you the formula. Friends, you can see here the formula only. I think many places you have seen this formula, that E is equal to B into SR minus SF plus D into SR divided by LR plus LF. मीन्स आपने ये फॉर्मूला बहुत जगहों पे देखा होगा, बट व्हाट इज इट्स रियल सिग्निफिकेंस आई विल टेल यू. फ्रेंड्स, हियर यू कैन सी दैट D is the D into SR. Friends, SR is the horizontal force acting on the rear axis. You can see here the SR. SR is simply the distance between the point of horizontal force acting on the front axis and the horizontal force acting on the rear axis. Means, friends, you can see that each and everything I have written here very carefully. So you should understand each and everything, and you should remember this formula for E, that is E is equal to B into SR minus SF plus D into SR divided by LF plus LR. Friends, here you can see that our LR, LF, SR, SF, I have represented here horizontal forces, vertical forces acting on both the front axis and rear axis. So, and the friends, the difference between the, you can see here alpha is the angle of pull. Friends, we can write this E formula in terms of alpha, that is B is equal to tan alpha. Friends, alpha is nothing but SR minus SF divided by LR plus LF. फ्रेंड्स, आप ये फॉर्मूला याद कर लो. द बेसिक फॉर्मूला मीन्स E इज इक्वल टू बी इंटू एस आर माइनस एस एफ प्लस डी इंटू एस आर डिवाइडेड बाई एल आर प्लस एल एफ. आप ये फॉर्मूला याद रखो. देन आफ्टर यू कैन एबल टू सॉल्व ऑल द क्वेश्चंस. सो आप ये बेसिक फॉर्मूला एटलीस्ट याद रखो. इफ यू वांट टू रिमेंबर मोर देन इट, देन यू कैन रिमेंबर द tan alpha terms or different terms, different conditions you can remember, but the basic one at least you should remember. And friends, alpha is the angle, horizontal angle of pull. You can see here that with some pull B, we are pulling the disc arrow. So alpha is the horizontal angle of pull. And friends, D is the longitudinal distance between the center of two gangs. Friends, you can see that D value means, what is D? D is simply the distance between the SR and SF. In very simple language, you should clearly understand it, that the SR force, you can see that horizontal force acting on the front axis, and SF force is the horizontal force acting on the front axis, and SR force is the horizontal force acting on the rear axis. And the distance between these both axes is means the vertical distance between the both these axes is D. जो हमारा D है वो इन दोनों axes के बीच के vertical distance है. And friends, B is the distance from the center of front gang to the hitch point. You can see here the B I am telling you. Friends, B is nothing but the distance between the hitch point F2 and SR, means the center of horizontal force acting on the front axis. So that is the B. Friends, I am focusing more upon this formula because if you are able to remember, then you easily solve the questions. I will show you. You can here the example asked in question in 1999. Friends, the same question is asked in 2020 paper. If you can download the 2020 paper. Otherwise, I have uploaded the whole solution of 2020 paper. In that also I have solved the question, the same question friends, and the same answer also. The datas are also same. In that question it is simply asking the E, means E is the offset, means the offset distance it is asking. That answer is also coming 1.5, means 1.5 meter. In that question also our answer is coming. So I have told you previously also that you should fully focused on previous year question papers, because gate can't have enough time to generate the new concepts. They are simply repeating the concepts. Either they will repeat the concept after 10 years or 20 years or 15 years, like that. They are nothing doing, they are simply repeating the concepts. Because in 30 years, in last 30 years from 1990 to 2020, in 30 years all the concepts are over. Means हमारे जितने भी concepts थे उन सारे concepts पे questions has been asked. So they don't have anything new, any new concept. So they are just repeating the previous concepts only. So the one and only focus you should do the question of previous year. Now friends, you see the question. Here the friends, the disc angles are given. Disc angle that is 15 degree and 21 degree, and the center of two gangs, means the distance between the center of two gangs, means that here it is given that the two gangs are, means front gang and the rear gangs are 2.5 and 4.25 meter behind the transverse line. And friends, LR, LF, SR, SF values are given in the question. And the first part, it is asking the amount of offset. Friends, amount of offset, all of you know that amount of offset is E. So friends, first thing we should calculate the D value. Means I have told you in the previous slide that D is simply the distance between the, means vertical distance between the center of both the axes, means front axis and rear axis. उसके बीच का जो डिस्टेंस होता है वो हमारा D होता है. And friends, here you see in the question it is given that the two gangs are 2.5 and 4.25 मीटर फ्रॉम द ईच पॉइंट. ईच पॉइंट से हमारे दोनों गैंग की डिस्टेंस, मतलब इंडिविजुअल डिस्टेंस, फ्रंट गैंग की डिस्टेंस है 2.5 मीटर एंड रियर गैंग डिस्टेंस इज 4.25 मीटर फ्रॉम द ईच पॉइंट. मीन्स रियर गैंग डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम द ईच पॉइंट is 4.25 meter. So the distance between the front gang and rear gang middle point, means center point, is 4.25 minus 2.5, that is 1.75 meter. And friends, after this it is very simple, and you put all these values, you can get the E value, means amount of offset is 1.5. In the 2020 question also the answer is coming 1.5. You can, after solving this question, you definitely solve the 2020 paper question. Now friends, the next thing it is asking the amount of, calculate the horizontal component of pull. So friends, for calculating the pull, you should calculate the both the means vertical forces and horizontal forces. And friends, Px is equal to Lr plus LF and Py is equal to SR minus SF. I have shown you in the previous slide regarding the forces acting. So you should do this and root under Px square plus Py square, you can get the 6.62 kilonewton. Now friends, see the next question. Here it is very important question. It is saying that 8 discs are present and it is a single acting disc arrow, and the gang angle between both this is maintained at 35 degree, and the horizontal component of resultant soil reaction on each disc is 600 Newton, and the 30 degree is the gang axis, and means the soil reaction force makes an angle of 30 degree with the gang axis, and a speed of operation is 6 km per hour, and it is asking about the drawbar power in kilowatt. I have told you previously also, when the questions are coming like this, then the first thing coming in our mind is to make the free body diagram of the forces acting on the disc arrow. You can see here that Fr is the soil reaction force, Fl is also the soil reaction force acting on left and right axis, and P is the horizontal force. And friends, alpha is nothing but alpha, you can see here it is gangs are at 35 degree angle, means हमारा जो gang है वो 35 degree angle पे है. So you can see here that soil reaction force is acting at 30 degree with the gang axis. You can see here Fr and Fri I have represented with the 30 degree with the gang axis, and the gang angle is 35 degree. So you should make the free body diagram, and I have told you previously also that the horizontal component of both these forces means Fr sin alpha is equal to Fl sin alpha. So these both are going to be cancelled out, and we have to only the vertical component means Fr cos alpha plus Fl cos alpha. So add these both components. Here you can see that P is equal to Fr cos alpha plus Fl cos alpha, and you add both this. And friends, one more thing you can see here, alpha is nothing but 90 minus 65 is equal to 25 degree. Friends, you can, when you add this both 30 degree plus 35 degree, you can see that the angle of means incline of soil reaction force is 30 degree is the gang angle, and 35 degree is the gang angle, and 30 degree is the angle of soil reaction force with the gang axis. So total 30 plus 35 is nothing but 65 degree. So 65 degree is the angle of incline with the horizontal. But friends, all of you know that alpha is nothing but the angle with the vertical. So 90 minus 65 is our alpha. You can see here I have calculated the alpha is equal to 90 minus 65 is equal to 25 degree. So Fr cos alpha plus Fl cos alpha, add this both, you can get the pull. Pull is nothing but 8700.56 Newton. Friends, after this, here the velocity is given, that is 6 kilometer per hour. So 6 into 5 by 18 divided into draft is equal to the answer, that is 14.501 kilowatt. Now friends, read this question. It is also very simple and easy if you are able to understand this question. So friends, first thing you should do, that make the free body diagram. I once again repeated the same thing. Friends, here the disc harrow is, two forces are acting, means disc angle is given, that is 19 degree, and two forces are acting. One is the 166 Newton, that is perpendicular to the plane of disc. Here I have made T is equal to 166 Newton perpendicular to the plane of disc, and also the second force is parallel to the plane of disc, that is M, that is 89 Newton. And friends, it is asking, and it is saying that vertical component is 250 Newton, and it is asking about the draft force required to operate the disc. Friends, all of you know that draft force is simply the horizontal component of pull that is acting in the direction of travel. Means हमारा जो draft force होगा, here you can see that L, I have represented the L, line L means in the direction of horizontal. That is our draft force. Means draft force is in fully horizontal direction. It doesn't have any effect with the vertical force, vertical component of force. So friends, here it is given 250 Newton is the vertical component. Means this is totally given to confuse the students. Means students can get confused and they can solve the question incorrectly. That's why they have given the vertical component of force is 250 Newton. Friends, आपको once again I will repeat the same thing. ड्राफ्ट जो होता है हमारा वो हॉरिजॉन्टल कंपोनेंट ऑफ पुल होता है, वो हमेशा ही डायरेक्शन ऑफ ट्रेवल में होता है. मीन्स डायरेक्शन, जिस डायरेक्शन में हमारा ट्रेवलिंग मीन्स इम्प्लीमेंट ट्रेवल कर रहा है उस डायरेक्शन में ही होता है ड्राफ्ट लगता है. उसका वर्टिकल फोर्स डजंट हैव एनी इफेक्ट अपॉन द ड्राफ्ट फोर्स बिकॉज वर्टिकल इज फुली परपेंडिकुलर, दैट इज 90 डिग्री टू द draft force. So friends, to calculate the draft, you take the component of both M and T in the direction of travel. So friends, M is making the angle of 19 degree. So M cos 19 plus T is making the angle of, friends, T is perpendicular to the surface. That's why T is making the angle of 71 degree, means 90 minus 19. You can write it, the T component like this also, T sin 19. You can write it also like this also. Means here you can see that I have written L is equal to M cos 19 plus T cos 71. But you can write it in, instead of T cos 71, you can write like T sin 19 also you can write. That is also correct. Same answer you will get, and remaining calculations are easy. So you can get the answer. Friends, subscribe our channel and share it to all the GATE aspirants so that they can prepare well, and also your subscriptions will motivate us to make further